All right, so let me get this off of here. So, all right, so check this out. This is gonna sound weird, right? So, I'm 56 years old. I cannot remember ever having. My wife said we have. I don't remember. So we went to the store the other day
Mhm,
and they had heated blankets on sale, right?
mhm.
And so we was like, oh, we need a heated blanket because we said, hey, we gotta get the light bill down. We're gonna turn the heat off at night. Well, it's gonna get cold. So we said we're gonna get a heated blanket. So I'm like, all right. So they didn't have a king size, right? So we
Mhm.
came home, ordered the the mattress off I mean the blanket off Amazon, right? How come it comes yesterday? So I put it on the bed. It has the dual controls, right?
Mhm.
So I put it on before we go to bed. I done turned it on, let it warm up. How come I get in the bed and that bed was so toasty? I slid my feet in there. I said, boy, I'm 56. I've been sleeping on heated blankets. How did I miss it? How did I miss heated blankets?
I have no idea. I
It was a
love the
beautiful.
the blanket.
It was beautiful. I had never felt that comfortable and warm in a bed. I slid my feet in and my feet said, woo. It was beautiful.
Oh, ooh.
I told Marilyn earlier, I said, I said, guess what I'm excited about? She said, what? I said, going to bed. I can't wait to go to bed, to get up under that blanket. And that sucker got hot too because
Yeah, it did.
came up out of it too.
Mhm.
Boy, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So that's what I'm excited about. Going to bed and sleeping under that heated blanket. Welcome to Fourth and Family, the place where family comes first and every conversation counts. And we're going to get right into it. I am Mike. Go. I'm Michael. I'm the host, and Marquell is our other host. We're missing two of our other hosts, but hey, the show goes on. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about, let me set our handy dandy timer. We're going to be talking about some football and start. Bears Packers. Wow. Bears Packers this weekend. I'm going to be honest. Bears guy, love them to death. I turned it off because my nerves get bad and I'll try not to blow a blood vessel. But I will share with you how I found out the Bears won
Mhm.
because about 10:30 Central Time, I said, I'm sure the game went off now. And my wife always kind of keeps up with it. And so I said, okay, go and tell me what the score is. And she said, oh, I wasn't even looking. She was doing something. So I said, fine, I'll grab my tablet and I'm gonna look up because we were losing when I turned it off, it was 14-3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you missed a
But
lot.
I did see that they had scored 21-3. So I knew it was 21
Mhm.
to 3.
Right.
So I grabbed my tablet and I'm in the bed. And so I opened up the scores. I go to NFL scores. No, I actually went to the Bears app and it didn't pop up. So I
Mhm.
said, okay. So I go to NFL scores and all the scores came up. And the score was over in the corner. And you know how you see something where you just like, so I stared at it.
Mhm.
And so now I'm analyzing it, right? Because I'm like, so I'm looking at the title. I'm like, okay, I know we had beat them a couple weeks ago, so maybe that. But now I said, nah, that we didn't. That's a NFC wild card game, and I did like this. I said, "They won." And she said, "What?" And then, yeah. So that's how I found out. I told everybody, I said, I had to stay up. So that was about 10:30, 10:40. I had to stay up till well after 12:30 trying to catch up. Everybody else done went to bed. I'm trying to catch up to celebrate. I'm 2 hours behind. So, yes, Bears, Packers, it don't get no better than that. It don't get no better than that. That was unreal. So, when I look at the content of the game, I don't think I said Bears, Packers should never play September, October, November. They
Mhm,
should never play. It should always be cold. I don't care if it's in Chicago. I don't care if it's in Lambeau. The Bears, Packers should always play in cold weather.
mhm.
It just makes for good theater.
I agree.
And it's just like Caleb Williams has proven who he is.
Right.
And this team has proven that the way they're winning is the way that that's their DNA. They don't quit.
Mhm.
At first, I'll be honest, I was thinking the Bears were lucky the
Right.
way they were winning, but after seeing that that's the way that they I'm not gonna say that's the way they play, but the game is not over.
Mhm.
They consistently grind out the game. That's what they do. And so, this team is the 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 sky's the limit. Um, and I say that because the sky is right there. It's 4 teams left in the
Right.
NFC, but can they be one of the can they be that one team that comes out of the NFC? I can't see a reason why they can't be.
Right. I
Um,
agree.
defense, defense, defense. If you look at the Bengals, we
Mhm.
gave up 40 some odd points.
Right.
If you look at San Francisco, we gave up 40 some odd points. This game we gave up, 20 something points. But our offense can keep us in games. I've
Right.
always I've always been the type to say if you score 21 to 24 points, you should win every game.
Mhm.
I've always said the Bears can't win shootouts. All of those things are out of the window. I'm okay. I don't see a game. I don't see a scenario where I don't think that they can pull it off. I don't think the games that we've lost, we want well, other than the first Detroit game, um, where they just got walked on. They got walked on in that game. But
Right.
the other games that they lost, they were right there. So
Mhm.
I think this team, until it's all 4 zeros on the scoreboard, I'm riding with them.
And then I'll go back to I'll stick here with your game, before going into our. Um, so Yana likes for me to come to bed with her, and even when I'm not tired. So I didn't watch the first like 3 quarters. So when I came back out of the room and it was on, the score was 21-9. Um, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I thought that Jordan Love was going to do something, blah blah blah." And then Caleb marched them down the field and went 21-16, and then they went right back down. The Packers did and scored again, and I was like, "Okay, well that's probably it, right?"
Mhm,
And then Caleb just throw after throw, like he had that one fourth down throw. I have no
mhm.
idea how he threw it out.
To
Or
Rome?
yeah,
Mhm,
I have no idea how he fit that one in.
mhm,
But I mean, you go back, and I was telling you this. when he came out of college. Um, like, I mean, he does these things that's just crazy. Like,
Mhm,
no other quarterback except Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, is doing that. They're not
mhm,
throwing that ball.
mhm,
Um, and I agree. I think that right now the Bears, I think they can really go on a deep run. Um, and I mean they're really already on a deep run because they only have one more obstacle in their way of fighting for the championship in the NFC anyway. And yeah, I believe in the Bears now. I
mhm.
do.
I think I saw about 4 I saw about 4 throws. Um, I saw the one I think I saw 2 to Loveland
Hmm.
that were on the sidelines. Caleb puts the ball in a place where if they don't catch it, it's not gonna get caught.
Right.
And so that gives your players opportunity. Hey, you just run the route. Imma throw the ball. Now, sure,
Right.
he's and we are no quarterback is accurate 100% of the time. So
Hmm.
there's been talk, oh, he's not accurate. Oh, he's not accurate. Well, if he's not accurate, I'd rather him been accurate against that first game against the Packers to DJ.
Hmm.
That was good enough for me.
Right.
I'm okay if he's not accurate. I'm okay with him hitting those 2 passes. He hit so many passes in this last game that were like how.
Okay.
And that one to Rome was just I don't even know how he did that.
I mean, like the ball went up, over, and then just dropped
Mhm,
like that, like just swooped
mhm.
in. I just
And the circumstance, it's 4th down.
wolf down. Yeah.
That's not a first
Uh-uh.
down play where you just
Just
trying
throwing it
something.
away. Yeah.
This
Mm.
all or nothing. You
Right.
don't do that on all or nothing.
Mm-mm. You don't.
And it was I ain't gonna say it was effortless, but the way that he did it, with the way that he threw it with his body and he went through the air, had to jump, because somebody was at his feet is it was crazy.
Mhm.
It was the Bears. Oh, is as rest in peace, Dennis Green. The Bears are who we thought they were. The Bears are who we want them to be in our heads as
Right.
fans. We want them to be what they are. Um, that's Soldier Field. You could see the excitement in the building.
Mhm.
And it's Bears Packers. If you can't get off of Bears Packers, you're not a real fan.
Mhm.
Because and I say that because I couldn't take it. There was a video of a lady who posted said that her husband was a Bear fan and she was nervous because for the next few days she don't know who she gonna get.
Mhm.
And that's how we are.
Yeah.
But man, the 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 atmosphere is different. The the talk is different. Just the whole aura of this team is different. And so hopefully we can ride it out. We got the Rams, and I've watched the Rams, and the Rams are they solid. You got and I dare not try to tear this receiver's name up. What's his name?
Hookah.
Yeah, Puka.
Yep.
Then they got Adams.
Mhm.
Then I mean their running game is strong. Our run defense is not all that, stout.
Mhm.
That's kind of so it's gonna be interesting. I told one of my church members, to me, the neutralizer to me is the weather.
Yeah. Because it
And
is a home game.
it's supposed to be cold.
Uh-huh.
So everybody gotta play. We both gotta play through something.
Right.
Both of us got that one thing that we can't resist, and that's gonna be the weather. And so the weather's gonna be the neutralizer, and I think we can do it. It's a nighttime game again. I was kinda like, I wanna play at night," but hey, we'd have been winning at night, so let's just keep this thing going. Let's go into the night. Bears, Rams, let's go into the night. So I'm excited. Bears, Packers game, that was phenomenal.
It was.
Phenom phenomenal. I said I was gonna play that song. I'll play it when we go out, but, yeah, Bears, Packers, nothing like it. All right, but with that being said, we have to move to another game that happened Monday night.
That was not
Monday.
phenomenal.
Huh?
That was not phenomenal.
It was not phenomenal. It was not well, depending on who you root
No,
for, it wasn't
no,
phenomenal
no, it
for
wasn't phenomenal at all.
it wasn't phenomenal for any Steeler fan. Texan fans may argue differently, but, yeah. So what you got? Because I actually watched the game. It's easy to watch a game when you can
It
just
is.
enjoy football.
Yeah, it is.
So, what's your take on what happened? I'll give you my take after
There
you
were
tell Mhm,
so many opportunities, and we just did nothing. Um, and I don't know why because they started the game decent, moving the ball anyway down the field. Um, and it just stalled the rest of the game.
mhm,
I mean, when you get the ball from a turnover at the 45-yard line and then or on your side of the field and then at the 23-yard line on their side of the field, you got to score a touchdown.
mhm,
You can't get nothing and then 3 points and
mhm,
then think that you can win the game. Um, but even with all of those miscues not being turned into points, it was a 1-point game in the fourth quarter.
mhm, mhm,
Now, I'm sure they kicked the field goal, right at the beginning of the fourth quarter, so it was a 4-point game, but, I mean, like, they were still in this game even though the score finishes the way that it does. I throw that out to they just gave up at that point because
mhm.
they weren't doing anything anyway, um, and yeah,
I
I
think the fumble which one was first, the fumble or the pick six? The
the
fumble
fumble,
was first.
yeah,
Um, the tone of the game was so slow that you had to watch because you was like, either this is just gonna be the worst game ever
mhm,
or something, it's gonna come down to some wonky something.
mhm,
That something wonky end up being that fumble where the guy just kinda like, "Hey, it's a ball down here.
yeah,
Everybody rolling around on the ground. I'll just
a
pick this
a
up and
and
run."
you know what? When they showed the replay, I said, "That's a flag," and they should have thrown the flag because he hit Aaron right upside the head. That's a flag, you can't do that.
Well, okay.
You can't.
Okay, alright. Well, hey, listen, I'll give you the flag. Imma give you the flag. Don't take the flag.
No, it's too late now.
Yeah. Well, he scooped it up and he
Yeah,
ran.
he did, yeah. It was what it was, but
But you know what? And I promise you, well, no, I ain't gonna promise because I don't like him. I don't like him as a player. But Aaron Rodgers was not the answer for the Steelers. He was not. He was not. And I ain't knocking him because I don't like him. I'm just saying the structure of that team was not missing a quarterback. They weren't one quarterback away
no,
from the
that
Super Bowl.
no,
They
that's
weren't.
right,
And so to bring in a 41, 42-year-old quarterback on reputation or, because that's the only reason why they brought him because he's Aaron Rodgers.
right.
Well, he Aaron Rodgers, but he Did we not watch any of the Jet games? Not any of them? Not
Right.
one? So, and sure, you can say, "Well, that's a bad system, blah, 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 blah." But if we call it Aaron Rodgers, then he should have been able to maneuver through 50% of it, half and half, you
Agreed.
know? Yeah, so it is what it is, and so sometimes when he would do things and his attitude and his cavalier demeanor, just like, "Okay, whatever." So,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Uh,
and
but to not to cut you off, but to go back with that same vein, all throughout the season, yelling and cussing and stuff they would show on the TV after, a incompletion or something like that. Um, but if you go back to the first time that he fumbled, they showed it in the replay on the broadcast. If he had, moved to the left or back or anything, or thrown the ball a little faster, he had DK sprinting wide down or wide
mhm,
open down the field.
mhm,
But you just missing it on his part,
mhm,
and like you said, just being too cavalier and like it is what it is.
mhm.
He
How
wasn't
many
that much.
how many
Sorry.
yards did he throw for this year?
Mm,
Let me see. Let me Google it. How many yards did Aaron Rodgers throw for this year?
In the 2025 NFL season, Aaron Rodgers threw for 3,320.
Oh, it went off. 3,325. Not a bad stat.
no, in 24-7 touchdown to interception ratio, it's not
Mm,
horrible, but I, I mean they put up the stat. His average like yards per attempt or per completion was 3.7. He's not
mm,
throwing the ball, middle of the field or
mhm,
10 to 15 yards. He's not doing it. It's
mhm,
just check downs and his screens
mhm,
behind the line of scrimmage. That's it.
mhm, mhm. Well, he cost that man his job. That's all I know.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think that was a combination of just time.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I think we talked about it before yesterday when we were talking. It almost like the Houston, not Houston, the coach from Miami. I think he was one year too long, and
Right.
I think Mike Tomlin was really about, I'll say really two, but I'll give him one year too long. I think we talked about um him possibly being able to give that title of resignation,
Uh-huh.
just because of respect
Right.
from the organization for, him being a stand-up guy. If he had been a butthole coach, sure, we fired him.
Right.
But, sure, he took the team to two Super Bowls, am I correct?
Yes.
Won one, lost one. You can't you gotta respect a man who earned the respect.
Uh-huh. I
So
agree.
we're gonna let you say you're gonna step down,
Uh-huh.
but we're moving in a different direction. And that's okay. You
Right.
know, that's no slight to him. It's just, hey, sometimes things run their course. And I think it just ran its course. And for reasons other than him, players,
Yeah.
you know, who we all bringing in, who we drafting. Sometimes you just don't have good draft caliber, your
Part of
stock.
it.
Yeah, and we got bad picks
Uh-huh.
and not like low numbers, and we just, hey, maybe we didn't pick the right people at this time or whatever, whatever. Injuries kill everybody.
They do.
So it's a combination of things, but I wish him well. I like Mike Tomlin, and so yeah, I just think it's unfortunate that he will always end up now being tied to quite possibly, I would say, Aaron Rodgers last year, because you got to think this: even if he don't, even if he plays for another year, guess where he's not gonna play at?
Pittsburgh.
He's not gonna play at Pittsburgh.
Uh-huh.
So so is this carousel gonna continue where now he waits till late July to say what he's gonna do? Nobody got time for that. So I hate that now Mike Tomlin could possibly be tied to Aaron Rodgers' last season, last game, last playoff
Right.
loss, you know.
Well,
Damn.
but that whole thing, it is kind of on his fault because he shouldn't have waited that long
Mhm,
uh, for Aaron Rodgers to say that he was going to come play for him. I mean,
mhm,
that was just ridiculous. Waiting 3 months when you could have, and I mean, we did pick a quarterback in the draft, but they picked him late instead of trying to take somebody earlier because
mhm,
they were waiting.
mhm. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So, all right. Well, if we gonna move on, we gonna blow the whistle. We on third down. I ain't got no whistle. We working on the whistle. Third down. We got the divisional round. Divisional rounds. We got Bears, Rams. I've already given my take. I'm going Bears till the wheels fall off. And if the wheels fall off, I'm gonna be a proud fan. But I'm going Bears, Rams. I think again, like I stated, I just think that what we got going, if I see a good game. But actually I don't see a high scoring game. I see 17-27.
Mm.
17-27 Bears. I see us building a lead and being able to hold on to it. That's what I see. That's what I see. And I see Soldier Field rocking like crazy. I see that. So Bears, Rams, Bears 27, Rams 17. What you
Um, okay. Well, I'm in the same vein as you. I don't think there will be a lot of scoring, but I think there will be more scoring for the Rams than you do. Um, I think that Puka and Matt Stafford, who I think is the MVP this season, Matt
Mhm.
Stafford, um, I think they will put up some points. Now, I don't think it'll be high scoring, like I said. I think it'll be 24-27 Bears. But and I think it'll be a last second field goal.
Oh God.
Now I know, but
Like last second?
well, maybe not last second because we don't want that.
Mm.
But but uh, it'll be a field goal game, I think. But
You
I
know
think
what
the
would
defense will come back.
you know what would be crazy? Now just picture this. Bears win, 49ers win. The Bears get the NFC Championship game
At
at
home.
home.
Mhm.
That would be crazy.
It will be. And
Crazy.
but it a little preview, but I think it will.
Man.
I don't think Seattle's cut out for the playoffs.
Huh. You say you don't think they cut out.
Yeah.
And they just played them. I was in Dallas when they played them on that Monday night game.
Mhm.
Um, I think did Seattle win? No, I think it
No, the
wasn't this last time.
49ers.
Yeah, it wasn't this last time. I want to say it was back in early December when they played. Because I watched it. I remember watching it. So you saying so you picking 49ers over the Seahawks?
I am. Because of the last game that they played, week 18, I believe it was.
Mhm.
Um, the 49ers ran all over that Seahawks defense.
Mhm.
I think they're gonna stick with the same script, and they're gonna run the ball, and they're gonna put the onus on Sam Darnold to get over, everything that he's gone through in his career, especially
Mhm.
the last, 2 years, um, or last year and then this year. But um, I think they're gonna make him beat them. And sure, he might can do it in the regular season, but I don't know about in the playoffs.
Mhm. Was he quarterback with Minnesota when they went to the playoffs?
Last year, hmm
Okay. Okay.
and they played the Lions in
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
awful game.
Yeah, that was Minnesota, right? Didn't we
hmm
just say that? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got Bears over Rams, 49ers. You got a score?
Uh, Hold on, let me pull up the score from their last game because I think it'll be around that same score line.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go 49ers. I'm gonna go 49ers really just because I want the NFC championship game in Chicago. And so that would be amazing. So I'm gonna go
Oh, hold on. Oh, I've been mm,
I'm gonna go 24, 28, 24, 28, 49ers.
we're not.
You know what? And I watched that the Eagles game.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a 49er guy,
Right.
but the 49ers are a solid team.
Uh-huh.
And so teams like that find ways to win games. And so I think they find a way to win this game. I think they find a way to win this game so they come to Chicago and lose. All right.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 20-14 or
Mm,
maybe 17 game.
okay. Low scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What about Broncos and Bills? I'm going I'm gonna go Broncos just because the Bills survived.
Yeah.
They
I
survived. And sure, it's survival time. You can survive. That's what you got to do. We survived. I get it, but I wasn't impressed. I said that before. I like Josh Allen. I like the Buffalo Bills, but I'm not impressed with them, and I don't see them. I don't see them. Nobody's afraid of them.
Right.
Kind of like when we were talking earlier. This was with without um Patrick Mahomes and without Lamar Jackson, those kind of kryptonites for him. This was his time. And I know he was
Right.
kind of banged up. I saw a few times where he was banged up. But, you gotta steamroll. You should be lighting up the scoreboard. And I just was not impressed with the Buffalo Bills this past week. So I'm gonna pick Denver. 34-17.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
Well, I'm picking Buffalo because of what you just said. Josh has to turn it on,
Mhm.
and uh, I mean he has to. He has to at least make the championship game.
Mhm.
I mean he has to make it to the Super Bowl because he's the most experienced quarterback in the on the AFC side. He has
Mhm.
to make the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
but uh, I mean I have to take the experience over a quarterback that doesn't have that experience yet because he's never won a playoff game. Bo Nix because he hasn't played in one.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm gonna take Buffalo in a 33-30 game. A lot of field goal games.
But and then we'll move on. But look, the quarterback may not have experience,
Uh-huh.
but your coach do.
I know, but I know.
And and you said you almost kind of said something. You said he, Josh Allen, is the senior of these quarterbacks,
Yes.
but nobody's afraid of him.
No. Yeah.
Nobody's afraid of the Buffalo team that went into Kansas City. That cold game was that 2 or 3 years ago,
Uh-huh.
where we just really said it's Buffalo's game to lose. And I think they went into overtime.
Uh-huh.
That team was scary.
Right.
You was just waiting on them to just, okay, they about to do this. Here it come. I'm not seeing that in Buffalo this year.
I
So
agree.
I think Buffalo just survived. I think and I say they survived because technically they did not, because the Patriots won the division.
Right.
But again, I don't think I don't see it. I don't see it.
I can understand.
I think Denver's too tough. But the game I think will be more entertaining is the Patriots and Texans. I think the Texans came into the Steeler game. I don't know. They came in playing like trash for one.
Uh-huh.
And so, but I don't see them doing that this time. And I think this game, that game will be high scoring, and it's gonna be drag out, dog fight, and I'm picking the Texans
Okay.
to go into New England and win this game. But it's not gonna be easy.
Right.
And I say I'm picking Houston, but at the same time, if New England can squeak it out, I wouldn't be shocked. And I
Right.
think it's gonna be a dogfight. Of all the games, that one's gonna be a scratcher. That one's gonna be tough.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna take the Texans, maybe just because kind of been there, done that, and maybe the lights may be just a little too bright. But we'll see. But I'm taking the Texans.
You have a score prediction?
I don't. I'm just gonna take them. I
Okay.
ain't got no score, but I think it's gonna be close, and I think it's almost like you said, it's gonna go down to the end. And I think the last team with the ball wins, and hopefully I think that should be Houston.
Okay. I agree. Um, it will be a defensive battle. It'll be a slugfest, and I think that Houston will pull it off. I have them 16-10
Okay.
over New England.
Okay. Okay. Who did? And I know I'm bad with memory, but Buffalo played who?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Gotcha. All right. So we've set the NFC and AFC championship games. We're saying Bears and 49ers, and we're saying Denver and who? I'm saying Texans. You
Yeah,
saying
we saying Texans and
oh, yeah, you said Bills. Okay. You know what? I just thought about I actually get to enjoy all the games before my game. So that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah. 'Cause then I can turn it off. I would tell you, I tell people. So I haven't watched the whole game since the first game.
mm,
I watched the whole first game against the Vikings. I have not watched the whole game at all this season. And so when I saw the Bears had won the other day, I said, so does this mean I can't watch the Super Bowl? I can't watch the Super Bowl. They've been winning without me. So look, if that means I can't watch the Super Bowl, technology is so beautiful.
it
I
is.
can watch it. I can watch it Monday before the parade. And I'm okay with that, as they say. And I'm okay with that. All right. With that being said, that's fourth down. It's fourth down here on Fourth and Family. And on fourth down, we take turns giving our viewpoints, our rant on a topic that we each one of us choose at that moment. And just so happened, one of the people who was chosen for tonight is actually on the broadcast. And so Marquell has the rant for today. So Marquell, take it away.
I'd like to point out this is my second one
Okay.
already. Okay. But all right, here we go. I became a Steelers fan at the young age of 5. Much to the chagrin of my father. I watched Coach Cowher deliver Super Bowl the year before he retired. I watched them hire Mike Tomlin. I saw him go win the 6th Super Bowl. Historic. I got to stay up that night when they won the Super Bowl. I've grown up most of my life with Mike Tomlin as the head football coach. And he hosted a football camp in Hampton Roads, and that's where we grew up, in Hampton Roads. So,
Mhm.
it's very familiar. I don't know him, but close relationship outside of just the Steelers with
Mhm.
Mike Tomlin. He finished with 193 wins. Tied for the most in franchise history. All of this stuff. All right. His lack of playoff success is, a huge stain on his career. Because it has to be.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. I made some notes to keep me on track. So, it, I heard an argument. I think it was yesterday when he announced that he was stepping down. Uh, and the argument was this and was he outcoached in the playoff games, or did he take these struggling teams to the playoffs knowing that they didn't have a shot? And it's kind of changed my approach how I look at it, because for a lot of it you have an old Big Ben who just came back from elbow surgery on his throwing arm literally the year prior. And then you have a failed Bears quarterback in Metro Trubisky. You have I'm not gonna pull no punches. Uh, and then you have Kenny Pickett. Uh, uh, yeah. And then you have Russell Wilson. Everybody knows that story.
Mhm.
And then you have Aaron Rodgers,
Mhm.
42 years old, can barely move.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, uh,
You said
So,
you said he can barely move.
so when you look at it, and I know those are just the quarterbacks, and there's other issues, excuse me, specifically on the defensive side as well. But the quarterbacks are leaders out on the field because they're the only ones that touch the ball every single play,
Mhm.
for the most part. And so I kind of do agree that he drug teams that shouldn't have been there in the first place and got matched up against a playoff caliber team, and those are the results.
Mhm.
In 4 of the last 5 playoff games, the Steelers went down 20 plus points in the first half.
Mm. Mm.
Uh, a playoff team does not do that,
Right.
and can't come back, or anything like that. And so I can understand the viewpoint of some people saying that, well, he's just out coached, and uh, like they game plan wrong. But you can't go that far off the script
Mhm.
you should mess up a game plan to go down 3-4 scores in the first quarter, like they
Mhm.
did against Cleveland. That
Mhm.
doesn't happen. I mean, the first snap went over Ben's head, went all the way back to the end zone, and then the defense picked it up and scored a touchdown. First play of the game.
Mhm.
That's not a game plan issue.
Mhm.
So back to my point. Um, I think Mike Tomlin is a really good coach,
Mhm.
and I am grateful to watch him be the coach there. But it was time, and it was past time. And you said that you were gonna give him some grace and say that it was 1 year. No, it's been like 5, 6.
Mhm. Oh, not that many.
Yeah, that many. He probably should have been gone after the Cleveland game,
Mhm.
which was 2020.
Mhm.
Because if you go all the way back there, we started the season 11-0. 11
Mhm.
and 0, best start to a season, franchise history. All of this crap. How did they finish the season?
Didn't they lose the last games?
They finished 12-5.
Yeah.
From 11-0 to 12-5, you won the division, so you hosted the playoff game, and then you lose to the Browns, who are the Browns,
The Browns
who
are
are
who
the
we thought they
Browns.
were.
Right. And so, and again, we outscored them like, and so to go a long way around. Yana's sister has a friend that's a Browns fan.
Mhm.
And so like after the game, she was gloating and stuff. And I said, "Hey, we outscored y'all 37-20 from the second quarter to the fourth quarter. You can't do nothing about 28-0 after the first quarter. I
Mhm.
mean, game's over now."
Right. Yeah.
Um, and Art Rooney, the team president owner, he had a press conference today where he said that it was Mike Tomlin's decision to leave. And he kind of hinted at it was a family decision. So like maybe, um, you know, but I won't speculate because I don't know. But um,
I'll speculate. That's
you
not true.
speculate, yeah. You don't think so?
I just don't. I just
I mean, I told you yesterday that I think that Mr. Rooney gave him the uh, ultimatum to
Mhm.
go ahead and leave or retire because, or we're gonna fire you because there's a lot of respect between them after
Mhm.
working with somebody for almost 20 years.
Mhm.
Um, and that's
And
probably what.
that's to his credit,
Right.
That's to his credit. That's good. I'm glad they did that. You know, and I'm gonna let you get back.
Hmm.
The title, the headline reads different. Mike Tomlin fired,
It
or
does.
Mike Tomlin steps down, or
Right.
steps aside, whatever. I feel, and I don't tell the man name up again. Baltimore coach Harbaugh,
Yeah. John,
John. That was an ugly headline.
I
John
agree.
Harbaugh fired.
Hmm.
That's what it said.
Yeah,
That hits different.
it does.
That minimizes your success.
Hmm.
That minimizes your Super Bowl,
Right.
you know? So I appreciate the fact that they did give the man some decent, some dignity.
Right. I mean, even the
Good.
Patriots, when they fired Bill Belichick, it wasn't, "Oh, well, we decided to fire him." It was, we mutually agreed to
Mhm.
part ways. And
Mhm.
um, but yeah,
All in the presentation.
right. The last thing I have is I am nervously anticipating this coaching search.
Mhm.
They just announced a few hours ago some of the candidates that they're going to be interviewing. And it, from watching the press conference, I'm a little more hopeful, especially because they're going to hire outside of Pittsburgh, which is fine, or which is great. It's great that they're not just trying to stick to the status quo
Mhm.
because that's obviously not working.
Mhm.
And so hopefully we can find the right guy. I mean, he doesn't have to stay for another 20 plus years
Right.
if he doesn't want to, but you need more than just 1 year or 2 years to see if that coach is the right coach.
Yeah. So, quarterback, what do you see? Do you find somebody? You're not going to get a draft a high enough pick unless you sell stock to get a decent quarterback in the draft. So what do you do?
Well, I it depends on how quarterbacks go in this draft because the Oregon quarterback Dante Moore, he's going back to school,
Mhm.
and so that changed a lot of the experts' mock drafts, and so the quarterback for Alabama, Ty Simpson, is now the number two quarterback, or they think he's going to be the number two quarterback off the board, and so for me, I wouldn't push for a quarterback in this draft in the early rounds
Mhm.
because you have a 6 round quarterback on the roster already. That you, especially because it's a new coach now,
Mhm.
he doesn't know anything about the guy, so we can see what he has, and then 2027 it's a deeper class.
Mhm. And so you
We can go
saying
get him.
we gonna eat this season regardless, let it be what it is.
I
See
mean,
what we got.
yeah. Mr. Rooney says not, but I mean, yeah,
I think anytime you get a new because very rarely do you have to bring in a quarterback and a coach.
right.
And so most times you try to plug your old system into the new system.
Hmm.
The new coach with his new system with these old group of players.
Right.
And so that's a rebuild on top of a rebuild. So you not only did you gotta get a new engine, you gotta get a new transmission too.
Hmm.
And so yeah, there has to be a sense of that learning curve has to be different.
It does.
It's not gonna get fixed. You think about the Bears, Ben Johnson came into a system that was I say
Yeah.
system, it's not the system, but
The
the group,
infrastructure of the group.
right.
It was
Yes.
already.
You already had Caleb. You already had Rome. You already had DJ who was phenomenal. All we need you to do is come in and put some new tires on the car.
Right.
The car can go with
Hmm.
what we got. But can you put some new tires on it?
Right.
So yeah. So that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be an interesting story.
Right. It will.
Um,
And there was a question asked about um, the Steelers having a type of coach because the last three coaches were all young defensive minded coaches.
mhm,
Um, and Mr. Rooney said that he was looking at all different types and he wasn't going to put himself in the box. And I like that because I want an offensive minded coach just because that's the side that needs the most work because it's so stale.
mhm,
Um, they still have a lot of spots to fix on the defense, and that has to be better too. But the offensive side is what's stale because the defense they can keep us in games. I
mhm,
mean, again, it was 7-6 going into the fourth quarter
mhm,
against Houston, and 14 of those points, 12 of those points weren't on the defense.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
mean,
I'm with you.
so, eh, I want an offensive coach that can come in and actually bring the Steelers into the new age, whatever that means.
Mhm. However long it take.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, unfortunately,
We'll
but
be here this time next year
yeah.
with the first pick.
Hey,
20
if we finally get a first pick,
Well, I put it this way, just about be feasible, son, because Baltimore still got Lamar Jackson.
yeah,
I don't care what coach they get. Cincinnati still got Joe Burrow. I don't care what coach they got. And
Cleveland.
believe it or not, Cleveland is not a bad team.
No.
They're a mismanaged team.
Uh-huh.
And so sometimes that's that 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 factor because you got to show up when you play Cleveland, and they
You
suck,
do. Yeah.
but you got to still show up.
Uh-huh.
And I know people say, "Oh, it's the NFL." No, there's some teams you just like. I don't care if it's the NFL or not. The whole team, sorry, everybody. The water boy
Right.
suck. The
Uh-huh.
the the pilot on the plane is horrible. But so yeah. All right. So that's it. We are at the end. We are at the end of our, I ain't gonna say scale down, because hey, we the originals. Since ain't nobody here, we the originals. That's what we going with. But it's been
Whatever.
fun. It's been fun. It's been fun. And yeah, next week we gonna try to come back with all four
Mhm.
and have our uh uh and we did not talk about the NCAA championship game, Hoosiers and the other team.
Miami.
I don't know who they are. All I know is we going for the Hoosiers. And Imma say this real quick. I was at my sister-in-law's house, and I said, "If this game gets into a tight game, a back and forth game, it's gonna be tough for Indiana.
Mhm.
But
I
if they
agree.
can get ahead, it was a wrap." When we left the house, it was 14-7
Mhm.
because we were in Little Rock.
Are you talking about the Oregon game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
When we were, driving home, Chantel said, "Oh." I said, "Oh, what's the score?" She says 28-7. Did they have 7?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She says 28-7. I said, "Oh, man, okay, cool." She said, "It ain't even halftime yet." I'm like, "I bet." Few minutes later, "Oh," I said, "What happened?" She says 35-7. I said, "Lord,
Yep.
it's a wrap," 'cause
Oh.
that's their MO. That's what they've been doing.
Mhm.
So, I'm expecting the same thing come Monday night in Miami. Hoosiers over the Hurricanes.
Um,
You don't
only
have to
push
agree.
I
You don't
I
have to
know,
agree
but the
with me
only
right
only
now.
pushback is Miami's defense has played so good this playoff.
Mm,
They have. That's the
mm,
only pushback.
mm,
Indiana's gonna win, but Miami's defense has played so well.
Well, I mean, hey, I ain't gonna take it from them. If you say they've been playing well, that's great. I can't take the pass from them. If you say they've been playing great, then hey, they've been playing great. But I'm still taking my Hoosiers.
I don't know. At home, or well,
I mean, yeah, it's at home, but I mean, we travel well.
y'all
And
not
you know
traveling
what?
well to Miami.
We don't have to travel well. We undefeated. I'm pretty sure all those games went in Indiana. We do what we do. We undefeated. We had some road games. This last game was a road game. We're okay. Y'all can have the home field. Bring all your people. Bring them all. You're gonna need them because only 11 of them can get on the field anyway. So I don't know. These people are irrelevant. Go Hoosiers. That's all I got. You got anything else?
Um, Let me see. Yeah, a couple of the names that I like for head coach.
All right, give me two.
Chris Shula, the Rams DC,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like Clint Kubiak, the Seahawks offensive coordinator.
Kuviak. Why that name sound familiar?
Because of his daddy, Gary Kubiak.
Okay, there we go. Gotcha. All right, well, it's gonna be interesting. I'm sure they'll have somebody by the end of the week, at
No,
least by the end of next week. They ain't gonna drag it out too long.
no. The draft is in Pittsburgh this year.
Is it? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you get a chance to draft it. Is it gonna be at the stadium?
No.
It usually is in that area.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go Hoosiers, go Bears. You can say it. Go ahead. You can say it.
I can't. I can't.
I mean, listen, that don't mean you gotta be a fan.
I can't say it.
You can't say go Bears or Hoosiers. Son, do you know you forgot where you came from? Your DNA? Ah, Lord.
I know. I've heard.
You know what? Don't even say it.
I've heard all of this before.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Let me look at you. Boy, if you didn't look like me, I don't know. You didn't look like me. Turn to the side. All right, yeah. I don't know what happened. We're gonna let it be what it is. All right. So this is the wrap. We're gonna wrap it up. Thank everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. And until next time, good night.
All right. Peace.
Peace.